I'm taking it slow, but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just go with the flow.
Coming in at number 1, it's Pokemon Legends Xillia Mega Dimension. Definitely not just a DLC. It's Game Freak kicking open a multiverse door and saying, let's get weird. Launching February 28, 2026, it's set after the main story and revolves around Hoopa tearing open portals to alternate worlds. Expect returning legends like Mewtwo, Diancie, and the whole Megas, plus a fresh lineup of roughly 30 new Mega Evolutions, Raichu included. The setting's unpredictable, the potential massive, and the hype unreal. If the base game felt ambitious, this expansion's looking like Pokemon's boldest move in a decade. The Duskbloods just came our way once more after its initial reveal, and it's about to flip the whole script. Forget what you know about From Software. This is a PvPvE where 8 players go all out against each other and the vicious NPCs wrecking the map. The gothic vampiric vibes hit hard, hello Bloodborne, but nope, no solo Soulsborne here. It's multiplayer only. Miyazaki's at the wheel, and even though he's not into PvP, we're trusting he's got a master plan. It's bold. It's weird. But it's got that it factor. This might just be the fresh take we didn't know we needed. Exclusive to Switch 2 in 2020.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon.
Where's Veered on dry road? Oi! The devil's out there! Just running from!
The Witcher 4 might actually make its way to the Switch 2. Yeah, seriously. Analysts are saying it's possible after CDPR's tech demo reportedly hit 60 FPS on a base PS5, which is nuts. If that's true, a 30 FPS version on Nintendo's next-gen handheld hybrid doesn't sound too far-fetched. It obviously needs toned-down visuals and no ray tracing, but hey, they pulled off The Witcher 3 before. If anyone can squeeze another open-world monster into portable form, it's CDPR. Would it look rough? Probably. Would we play it anyway? Absolutely.
Salt you, Agent.
Our ultimate mission is to uncover the causality between these anomalies.
It's probably a phase electron life form. Is that what you call us Digimon? I'll always be right here with you.
Who exactly are you working for?
I remember you guys.
Leading off with 4 is a major surprise for Digimon fans. Digimon Storytime Stranger is coming to Switch 2. Bandai Namco just confirmed it, and listing has surfaced in Europe pointing to a Switch 2 version for 2026. If you missed it, Time Stranger is the latest entry in the beloved Digimon Story RPG series, and with Switch having hosted multiple Digimon titles previously, this would be a fitting and fan-pleasing addition to the next-gen Nintendo lineup. Stay tuned, this could be a Digital Monster comeback moment.
Stop it! That egg is very important!
27 years ago. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
Looks like GameStop might have spilled the beans again. A new listing suggests Crimson Desert is heading to the Nintendo Switch 2, which honestly sounds wild considering how massive this game is. Developed by Pearl Abyss, the folks behind Black Desert Online, it's an open-world action RPG packed with cinematic combat and some of the best visuals we've seen from a Korean studio. Originally, this was only built for PS5, Xbox Series XS and PC, but now the idea of it running on the Switch 2 is both exciting and kind of hard to believe until we see it in action. We'll see.
And the final hours of my life.
Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection is coming March 13 on Switch 2. The story focuses on the birth of twin Rotalos, believed extinct, whose arrival could decide the fate of the world, set 2 centuries after a major conflict between neighboring kingdoms. You play as a rider, teaming up with Monsties, your monster companions, in turn-based combat using a rock-paper-scissors system of moves, elemental strength, and unique abilities. Weapons and armor crafted from slain monsters add a classic Monster Hunter layer, while the vibrant art style and more mature characters promise a fresh yet familiar take for longtime fans.
I crossed the meridian, keep going. But it won't be for long.
Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written by our own hand.
We fight those who wield power to prey on the weak. Beasts.
Looks like GameStop might have spilled the beans again. A new listing suggests Crimson Desert is heading to the Nintendo Switch 2, which honestly sounds wild considering how massive this game is. Developed by Pearl Abyss, the folks behind Black Desert Online. It's an open-world action RPG packed with cinematic combat and some of the best visuals we've seen from a Korean studio. Originally, this was only built for PS5, Xbox Series XS and PC, but now the idea of it running on the Switch 2 is both exciting and kind of hard to believe until we see it in action. We'll see.
Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Tower is risen, born from the memories of those who will be our ruin, the messengers of the end. Among them, 2 hold our fate in their hands.
Anima Gate of Memories 1 and 2 remaster packs 2 underrated ARPG gems into one slick upgrade. If you missed them the first time, think flashy combat, gothic anime vibes, and a story that's way deeper than you'd expect from an indie fantasy. Both games are getting full visual and gameplay overhauls, plus a physical collector's edition loaded with goodies. It's out November 7 on PS5, with a demo already live on Steam. For fans of lore-heavy worlds and stylish action, this is easily one of the better remasters dropping this year.
Come on, friends! Death! This ends now!
Now is the moment that the heavens turn, the moment that will decide the fate of Cimmeria.
You could say our world is coming to a crossroads.
It's not over yet. I'll fight to the very end.
Trails Beyond the Horizon is basically the Trails saga's grand finale, the ultimate crossover that ties every storyline, character, and heartbreak together. It's bringing back familiar faces like Rian and Father Kevin for one last high-stakes ride across the Moria. Expect new battle mechanics like Shard Commands Awakening and time-freezing Zitao Sea, making combat crazier and more strategic than ever. The story's massive, the party building feels endless, and the emotional weight, off the charts. Launching January 15, 2026, This is the endgame fans have been waiting for, and maybe the most ambitious Trails entry yet.
Rest your souls.
I'm so happy I got to spend such a magical evening together with you.
The Eternal Recurrence Plan will commence now.
So, what did you want to talk about?
When spring comes, I'm leaving town. I'm going to Midgar. I'm going to be a soldier. The best of the best, like Sephiroth.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is coming to Nintendo Switch 2 on January 26, and it's already turning heads. Priced at just $40, this Switch 2 port is a steal, and it's packed with goodies. Alongside the intermission DLC featuring Yuffie, you get exclusive weapons, armor, accessories, and summoning materia like Carbuncle and Cactuar. Physical editions go even further, including a Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy Play Booster Pack with 14 crossover cards, plus reversible cover art showing Cloud either facing off with Sephiroth or gazing at the Shinra building. At 87.9 GB, it's the biggest Switch 2 game yet. Download required from the game.
A man of my refined taste, running out of butter.
Welcome to the Honeybee Inn, Cloud. True beauty is an expression of the heart, a thing without shame, to which notions of...
I cast the spirit art. It created a new world and sealed it away. That world is yours. It is known as Riza
So Bandai
Maxia.
Namco finally explained why the Tales of Remasters seem to be coming out in random order. And honestly, it's kind of hilarious. Turns out they've been digging through digital fossils trying to find the old source code first. With different studios handling the series over the years, some data's apparently missing, messy, or just straight up ancient. Once they locate it, they analyze and restore what they can before moving to the next game. It's a slow process, but it makes sense. Tales of Xillia Remastered lands October 31st, and despite the chaos, at least quality is the top priority.
Be the Lord of Spirits? If that's the case, then we're declaring war. Send word to all the clans.
Chrono Arc Deluxe Edition is finally hitting Switch in early 2026, and if you've been sleeping on it since its PC days, now's the time to wake up. It's a roguelike deck-building RPG where every fight's a gamble and every run resets your progress. But not your experience. You build decks, recruit investigators, and try to restart the world's clock tower before the fog eats everything. The Switch version packs all DLC, fixes the text issues, and runs smooth. It's one of those games that punishes mistakes but rewards obsession. Strategy junkies, this one's your next edition.
Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. The wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast.
Earlier this year, there was talk that Starfield could be coming to the Switch 2, which would be an evolution for portable RPGs, and it's now finally happening. Bethesda's space adventure although seems like a tough fit for handheld, but the Switch 2 power might just handle it. With smart optimization, you could explore alien worlds on the go, giving Skyrim vibes but in space. This would push the Switch 2 far beyond just a handheld device, making it a serious player next to PS5. Bringing the massive open world to a portable console is a bold move, and one that could really pay off.
Out there.
Little Devil Inside is one of those games that made an unforgettable first impression. The low-poly art style mixed with bold, striking colors instantly stuck with a lot of people. But after being announced way back in 2015, it's felt like we're waiting for a dream that keeps slipping further away. Even after the team's update in 2024, showing off fresh gameplay and reassuring everyone it's still alive, the wait's been brutal. Still, with all the ambition packed into this project, a proper release could make it all worthwhile. Hopefully sooner rather than later. The good news is that it's actually set to come out for Switch 2. Forge of the Fae is hitting Switch in 2027. This has been a while, but Deck 13 Spotlight is finally bringing this turn-based RPG to life. This game is set in a world ripped straight from 1800s Irish folklore, where humans and foe are locked in a tense brewing conflict. You play Fiora, a young inventor caught in the middle of ancient powers and world-changing secrets. As you can see, the combat's all about strategy, customizing spells with the Arc Crystal system, a gauge system, and a slick turn-based combat, where your choices actually matter, shaping the story and its outcome. Plus, there are puzzles to solve and deep lore to uncover too.
Right, that's enough for one day. Time for me to head back to the castle. And remember, not a word about this place to anyone.
Dragon Quest VII Reimagined might look like a comfy nostalgia trip, but it's secretly one of the darkest stories in the whole series. Square Enix is rebuilding it from scratch with this diorama-style look that's honestly gorgeous. The Jews say players today are more ready for the heavy stuff, and yeah, they're right. The original's themes of loss and hope hit even harder now. It's keeping the same story but cutting the bloat, streamlining the pacing and tightening gameplay. Oddventure is finally set for full release by the end of 2025. And if you ever wondered what would happen if Alice in Wonderland had a baby with Earthbound, this is it. You play as a pissed off nihilist teen trying to save her annoying little brother in a kingdom that's equal parts charming and completely messed up. The combat's turn-based, but with a twist, your character's mood actually affects how fights play out. Plus, every choice you make actually matters. It's funny, dark, and honestly kinda beautiful in its own bizarre way. If you're into RPGs that aren't afraid to get a little strange, this one's calling your name.
DecaPolice は刑事訓練用の仮想空間。現実がコピーされた世界。
すごい。ここ本当に仮想空間なの？
DecaPolice has been hit with another delay, now pushed all the way to 2026. It's a bit of a bummer, especially since it was originally set for 2023. But you know, Level 5 tends to go all out when they're crafting something special. This detective RPG is aiming for a big open world setup with systems that really enhance the detective work. And they're even dropping an anime alongside the game when it finally launches. At least we got a fresh trailer, but it'll be worth the wait. Check it out if you missed it.
ハーバードがカラフル猫ちゃんになってる。何が起こった？
誰かがデータを置き換えたんだ。
Octopath Traveler 0 drops December 4th on both Switch consoles, and it already looks like one of the freshest takes on the series. Instead of the usual JRPG routine, this one lets you craft your own character while rebuilding a world teetering on collapse. There's even a splash of base building layered into the classic formula, which feels like the shake-up fans have been waiting for. If you've loved the retro 8-bit and 16-bit vibes but always thought Octopath was almost there, this prequel feels like the one. The new trailer sells it. Gorgeous, ambitious, and definitely worth keeping on your radar.
Tis true, of course, that the times in which we find ourselves are grave, but there is hope yet.
We might finally succeed in breaking thy spirit.
'Tis plain thou art
With
the
that
hero
being
of
said,
whom she
Dragon
spake.
Quest 1 and 2 HD2D Remake drops October 30, and this time, Square Enix is giving the both classics a full glow-up. We're talking lush HD2D visuals that make every town and dungeon pop, fully voiced cutscenes, and even new story twists. Play through both epic journeys as the legendary descendants of Erdrick, with smoother pacing and a surprise party member joining the crew. It's a nostalgia trip, but rebuilt from the ground up for a new generation. Whether you're a veteran or a rookie, this is the definitive way to experience where it all began. Here's a new trailer.
Hear me, scions of Erdrick, for there are those who need your help.
But the time is now. The fight is now, and I must fight.